we go. Welcome to the Sports Hangover. I'm Michael Benatar, joined alongside J Dog.
Mike, good to see you. What's happening?
Well, we're finally apart. We're comfortable again. We're back to our normal routine.
Our chemistry's never been better than when we're not together. It was 2 weeks. It was a lot for both of us.
It was a lot.
And
2
now
weeks.
we're separate. I moved to Palm Springs. I'm still in the state, but I moved out east. It's hot here, over 100 degrees. LA had better weather than this.
LA always has better weather. It's just next week's gonna be a hot one, so we'll see how we survive and see how
What's
you
next
survive
week?
out there. Next week's gonna be a hot one. It's just gonna be real
gonna
hot,
be hot
next week. It's gonna be hot.
Desert. Desert time.
Well, we watched a lot of sports together while you were here. You watch baseball. I think I mentioned to everybody you watch baseball all day. You were on. I'm not.
You say that. You say that. One day there was a day game that I was watching. One day.
A lot of baseball action on your phone or it's Twitter. You're very plugged in, and I made you watch some hockey. We watched a little basketball.
We watched both. I was into the hockey. There were some good matchups. I'm glad the Lightning are advancing.
Yep. Oh, look at us talking hockey. First thing on the pod.
Lightning Islanders should be a good series. And then we have Vegas, Golden Knights, and Montreal. I think Vegas takes it. So I'm going Vegas, Tampa in the finals in a few weeks.
I'm hoping for that too, because then I can go out to Vegas and hopefully get
You're not.
Game.
You're
not. I will definitely go out for sure.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just realizing we're like a little far from Vegas next week at our little catch up.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe get to a game. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see if there's any games going on. Maybe we can.
I want to talk NBA instead. Do you have the iPad ready?
I got it. It's plugged in. I don't have all the theme. It's a new iPad, so like some of the things are not there. But what are you looking for?
NBA news.
I do have that.
NBA news.
Look at that.
We're back with the sound effects.
Back.
You didn't have those with me. It was like me or the sound effects. You could argue which one's better. I want to ask you a question about your boy and your team. So your team is the Brooklyn Nets, and you've been saying they're going to win the finals for a long time now. However, I was watching the game last night against the Bucks. First of all, the Nets lost. Second of all, James Harden's nowhere to be found. Where's James Harden?
Listen, I don't think they need James Harden at this point. I'm loving watching it. It almost seems like they're playing against a children's team that they're so good. Look at this. We got a little comment. Look at that. Loving the soundboard. Live comments from Bob.
Thanks for listening, Bob. I don't know who Bob is, but thanks for listening.
I'm not too concerned. I think it's almost like, how all these teams are moving around and new players are going here, making super teams. I think what Brooklyn did, they got really lucky. We talked about Blake Griffin, how we thought he was retiring basically, just like he left Detroit and that was it. He paid out his contract. I think this is great. I think the team is clicking. They're playing well. My dreams will come true that they're going to win as Sportstradamus. I didn't bet on it, and I always regret this. You're
saying they're playing well. They lost last night. Look out for Giannis. He could spoil your Nets party, your Brooklyn party here.
No. Did you see his 10-second when he was at the free throw line? I didn't know that was even a thing in basketball where he just stands there for over 10 seconds, and it's a foul if you stand there going to the free line. I didn't know that. I didn't
see that. Why did he do that?
I don't know why he did that. So I'm excited to watch it. I think
we
now
were playing, but I was just going to mention, speaking of free throws, we were playing NBA last week, NBA 2K, right? And then I foul Mike like a technical foul because he's pissing me off because he's beating me. And then your free throw shooter starts shooting underhand.
Yeah. Well, we had some of those classic NBA teams. We had the one guy in the league that does the underhand throw. We did a lot of sport activity. I think they should bring it back too. By the way, there's I think Malcolm Gladwell has a whole podcast about the underhand free throw and the underhand shooting, how it's more accurate, more effective, but it's just ego that slows everybody down from using it because they know it's better for you. Because shooting overhand, a lot of things can go wrong. Shooting underhand, nothing can go wrong. Just toss it up in the air. It's much easier.
Malcolm Gladwell, he hates a lot of sports. He hates golf.
Yeah, he hates golf. Well, he also did a great podcast about why he hates golf so much and how all the golf courses are basically avoiding taxes because they've just transferred ownership years after.
When you fly over LA and you see all these beautiful golf courses when you guys have no space and then you realize only the richest of the rich people have access to these places, that's when he gets pissed off.
Yeah. Or we go to golf clubs that are not golf clubs, golf courses that are kind of shitty or next to a place that you don't really want to
airplanes buzzing in the tower.
Not as good.
Okay,
what else
so answer this question. Are the Nets still going to win the finals?
Yeah, you're allowed to lose a game. You don't have to show up every night. You know, like you almost beat me in NBA 2K. I didn't show up that game, you know? So I showed up the rest of the games and I beat you. So it's sometimes you have off nights and that's okay. You can accept that.
Speaking of NBA, Kawhi Leonard is a beast in NBA 2K. He's also a beast in real life because he willed the Clippers to victory over the Mavs. Like Luka was playing great. We were watching games like 5, 6, and 7, only the ones that mattered. You know, we don't watch games 1 through 4. That's for the hardcore people. And Kawhi's just dominating. He's dominating the video game. They lost it last night or recently too, so they're down to the Jazz. I still think they can come back just like they did against the Mavs. So I'm hoping the Clippers win that series.
I saw something. What was it? It was some guy. Some betting guy said that the Jazz could win it all or something like that. Like some stat he put in that this is the team that could win it all. So listen, I'm not surprised by anything that happens. Like if a team, they only have, and now is Paul George even that good? Because I think when we were watching the game, he wasn't great. Like he's never there. We were talking about how in like video games, Kevin Durant isn't really there a lot of times. And maybe it's the position he plays or the way he plays. But it is kind of interesting that we don't really see Paul George. It's like Kawhi is the one, but it's supposed to be a semi-super team. Also, Bob, another question from him. Do we have any thoughts on Jokic being the MVP? I'll say no thoughts. I love
the live comments. Yeah. I have thoughts. So Jokic, okay. He was voted like almost unanimously. It was like he had so many votes and all the other clowns had very little. He plays for the Denver Nuggets. Mm-hmm. The Nuggets are legit. And I think that's why Bob's asking the question because he's a big Denver guy, big Avs, big Nuggets guy. He's repping the local team. So good job with that, Bob. Jokic is the reason the Nuggets are still around. And I feel like people don't want like a Nuggets Jazz Western Finals. Like that's not why you watch NBA all season, but that could actually happen.
That could happen. And if you think it's going to happen, I'd go bet on it right now because you could definitely win some money on it. I've been really lucky gambling on live games. You saw me just gambling on random games. Like, oh yeah, I bet on this game, bet on that game. Love live betting. If you don't think you have good odds for your team, just bet on live games. Any live game, anything you want, bet on it. It's much more fun live.
Mike does the NHL games kind of, it's like third period. You're betting for what's going to happen next. Betting is going to go to OT or the team that's down is going to win. I like it. NBA, we almost put some live bets on. It's good. Just to update, the Nuggets are down 2-0 to the Suns. So it is looking like Chris Paul might be in the Western Finals more than Jokic. So we'll see about that.
I like how when older guys go to a team and all of a sudden they've rejuvenated themselves being a little bit better. You know, like Blake, Chris Paul. Like how old is Chris Paul?
Chris Paul's not that old. He's like a LeBron, Dwayne Wade type of age.
But Dwayne Wade retired.
He did, but he had a lot of wear and tear. That guy drove to the hoop like nobody. And he's got a celebrity wife. I have one more NBA story for you as I look up Chris Paul's age. LeBron is supposed to be skipping the Olympics. Chris Paul's 36, so you're right, because I know you don't move well, and you're only 35.
Yeah, it's tough moving around. Got to do the sauna. Be limber.
Great sauna at the house. LeBron is going to skip the Olympics, is what a report says, to focus on promoting Space Jam this summer. And I don't like it. We play for our country. We play for gold medals around here. We don't play to promote movies.
Jeremy, you're talking about, you sent me a tweet that is like ESPN did not mention. Who did ESPN not mention and mention more over the weekend?
Simone Biles, like the U.S. gymnastics star.
Yeah. So no one, I don't know. I don't know if it's just as a country or just myself, but I don't really care much about the Olympics. I don't think I've ever really cared. Like I'll watch occasionally if it's on,
oh my God.
But it's always like rebroadcast. It's somewhere else. It's like, oh, we're already delayed. You got to watch it in the middle of the night. Do we really care that LeBron is not going to the Olympics? The Olympics might not even happen.
I think it'd be great to watch. Yeah, I think it'd be great to watch the Dream Team and watch these guys play. USA basketball should be dominating. And if LeBron's not there, it won't be as exciting to watch. So yeah, he should go and play.
So you don't want it to be the up and coming stars of the NBA like you played with on NBA 2K.
Oh, the rising stars. You can invite Trae Young and Zion. That's it. Those are the only guys that can make a shot on that rising stars team. No, I think the real stars should play. The only reason I get it is because last year's finals were like recent in the Orlando bubble. That was like end of last summer. Then they already went through a whole playoff run recently. He hasn't had much time off and he's old. So I get it, but it's like 5 or 6 games is all he has to go play. Just fly to Tokyo in your private jet, play the 5 games and move on.
Do you know who's in it right now or do they not announce who's playing in the Olympics? Because
I don't think it's
soon,
announced
right?
yet.
It's not announced yet.
It's in a month. It's in July.
It's coming in quick.
Soon.
Are you gonna watch a lot of NBA in the?
I'm gonna watch a lot of basketball Olympics. I'm gonna watch all the Olympics. Summer Olympics are the best, Mike.
What's your favorite summer sport Olympic? What's Olympic sport?
Wow. You know, gymnastics is really impressive. Those girls are super, super impressive, and the American team is stacked. Swimming is fun, like when they're going for like world records and they got the team going, and like you jump in because the other guy hit the wall. That's kind of fun. And then track and field is always good. We might have a new fastest man in the world at this. Olympics.
Okay. I never really. I feel like winter games are like more fun to watch because swimming in a pool sometimes not that exciting. I don't understand the scoring of gymnastics because I'm like, damn, that person really pulled it off. Like, they didn't land properly on their foot there, so that's going to be a negative point. So I'm not sure on some of those. Like, I'll watch the basketball; that'll be fun. Definitely gambling on it for sure. Or can you not gamble on the Olympics? Because I think one of the sports you can't gamble. I
bet you can.
You can't. All right, I'm going to check. Because I remember there was like one time you couldn't gamble on something because it's not a pro sport. If it was an amateur sport, you couldn't.
I'm sure the sports books will do it. I'm not confident, but I'm sure.
Okay.
You can't live bet it if it's not live. If it's on tape delay, you can't live bet that.
I know that's gonna be tough, and I don't know how far.
Most of it's live. Most of it's live somewhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to watch Japan. Do you want to talk about a little NFL? I think the only thing that happened while you're here last week that we didn't talk about was Julio going to the Titans. We mentioned some spots he would go. And then he ended up going to the Titans.
It happens just like it does the day after we record the podcast. Julio was traded. It's just what happens. We're a little outdated. I like the other teams we talked about for him more than the Titans. I think we could have placed him on a better team. I guess those teams weren't as interested in him. I think defending the Titans will be hard because it's A.J. Brown and Julio on the outside and Derrick Henry. So, like, what do you leave open? Because they're going to expose one. But I was telling you that Ryan Tannehill is not very good. And so it kind of sucks that Julio is going to a team without a good quarterback.
You told me a different stat, though. You said the stats are compared to Mahomes, right? You said he's like on par with Mahomes stat-wise, which
There's something about his last 30 starts. Tannehill's stats are all the same as Mahomes. It's hard to believe. I don't get it. I feel like, remember they went on that playoff run and he was throwing like 7 passes a game. He's just handing it to Derrick Henry.
Oh, maybe that's why he's so good, because he's throwing so little and he's just handing it off to Derrick Henry. How long was
for me, it's like, I'm an A.J. Brown guy. Like, that guy's a beast. I was telling you that last week. And Julio's there too. I don't want Julio taking target share. I don't know. Julio's kind of old. What if he doesn't do well in Tennessee?
But isn't Julio was always like that long ball receiver? Like, he was always like out in the field. Like, he was I never felt like
he's a good possession receiver too, like a big body, like tougher than guys like Antonio Brown over the middle.
I like it. I think it's going to be really good for the Titans. I don't know how they're all going to mesh together, but I'm definitely going to bet on it. I'm sure the odds went up. Now, there's also some other odds for where Aaron Rodgers is going to go. I know we talked about him for weeks and weeks and weeks, but I think now it's like next week, if he doesn't show up, either he's not going to play or they figure out how they can keep him for a year and don't trade him. But it looks like Vegas might be the best bet, or Broncos. And I know the Broncos fans want him so bad. Like, Aaron Rodgers come here and play. But Vegas makes sense, right? He's like going to live in Vegas or live near LA. He's got the superstar wife now out of nowhere going on vacations with celebrities.
Miles Teller got punched in the face on that Hawaii trip we were talking about.
I guess he deserved it, right? He's just like, why did he get punched in the face? Do you know why?
Shouldn't they travel? No. Shouldn't they travel with bodyguards?
I guess if you want to be discreet, maybe just kind of. They're not like if you saw Aaron Rodgers randomly in Hawaii, would you know it's Aaron Rodgers?
No, you could disguise pretty well. But it's like 3 famous people in one. I guess they're all famous. Miles Teller's wife might not be famous.
Are they all superstar status famous? Like, I don't think we would we wouldn't notice them, right? If you were walking down the street, you're not gonna be like, oh yeah, that's Aaron Rodgers and Miles Teller. Like, of course.
No, I think it's easy to put sunglasses and a hat on, especially in Hawaii. Back to your question, though, of Rodgers. So he's getting fined a bunch of money to skip. So that could start a whole new level of headlines and what's going on here.
Yep.
I think the Raiders do make a lot of sense. I think we've talked about how Vegas needs like a cornerstone like player. Or we talked about all their home games on Monday Night Football, like something to like jazz up this Vegas thing. Like, we're not leaning into the Vegas NFL experience enough.
Vegas NFL experience is going to be good no matter what. They have like a club at the end zone. You can hang out there. You can gamble there. I think just going to the stadium is a spectacle in itself. And then if you had Aaron Rodgers, it would be even better.
Yeah, but is it a spectacle when you go watch Derek Carr throw 3 interceptions at 1:00 on a Sunday? Is that a spectacle? We can do better. Prime time with Aaron Rodgers is much better.
But no one really lives there, right? So it's always these guys like, oh, are we going to drive up and go watch a Vegas Knights play the Lightning? Are we going to go?
Right.
It's so you're really getting everybody flying in, like Seattle fans flying in to go see Russell in Vegas. Like, oh, let's get out of the cold. Let's go to Vegas and watch something. I think that's what more of it is, right? Like the people that live there probably never go to the Strip or go to these things that often, right? I mean, I
should go to NFL games, but not the Strip. No, you can't. Like that's not a sane life. If you are going to gamble on like a Wednesday night, you need help.
But Jeremy, we have both lived in cities with NFL teams for basically our whole lives, right?
I never have.
Well, okay, maybe not Orlando, but you've been close. I've lived in cities everywhere I've lived with teams. Wow. Not only now, there's not one team, there's 2 teams here. Mm-hmm. We went once with you and our mutual friend a long time ago. And that was the last time. And then I went with him. Yeah. So I went as well, but it's not like I look forward to it. I'm like, oh God, this is going to be fucking miserable.
You need to go see the new stadium. You agree with that though.
Yeah. I need to go at some point.
You might be bored just like in the past, but you need to go.
Yes, I definitely do.
I prefer Rodgers on the Raiders to clean that up instead of the Broncos. Yes. I know we've been hearing the Broncos buzz since draft night. I'm not feeling that. They have a couple receivers. Sorry, Bob. Sorry, Blake. Our listeners in Denver. I'm not feeling Rodgers there. Their head coach is not like a good play caller. I'm not seeing it. So I'd say Vegas or I'll whisper this one. I'll just whisper.
What is it?
Miami for 2.
Miami. I don't think that's going to happen. But I do think John Gruden would give up literally anything to have Aaron Rodgers. So I'm sure he would make it happen. I mean, he's given away players for nothing.
I don't know. He hasn't traded Derek Carr yet, and he's pretty garbage.
I don't know why he likes him so much. Maybe
he could have traded him to Chicago for a bunch of draft picks, I feel like. Chicago will always accept your terrible quarterback for draft picks.
They love that. Let's play. I have some bullshit or believe. Bullshit or believe time. Bullshit or believe time. Bullshit or believe. All right, this is a big one. I think this happened last week, but Amazon is pursuing Al Michaels to make him the voice of Thursday Night Football. Is this bullshit or do we believe this? Do we believe that he's leaving?
You always put me in these terrible spots.
Can I just tell you this? Mike Tirico gonna take over 2022 and 2023 season. So that's next year. He's gonna take over. Al Michaels, 76 years old. And he's probably going to want more than $1 million a game, which that's what Romo's getting paid right now. So Al Michaels wants to come in, be the highest paid. And I also heard Al Michaels could still do a lesser role on Sunday Night Football if he did stay with NBC, because I know he's like transitioning. So maybe this is a big opportunity for him. I have no idea. What are your thoughts?
I think Al Michaels is great. We love Mike Tirico. So he's the future of Sunday Night Football. It sounds like, Tirico's great. You like him. I like him. We all like him. Yeah. No idea on the Amazon stuff. No idea. More Al Michaels, the better. Sure. He's getting old, but I don't think he's lost a step. And I always like his little gambling observations too.
Do you think this will bring people into just exclusively watching Amazon, or is it people like, oh, whatever, I'll go to a bar and watch it? Because a lot of times when you're watching Thursday Night Football, if you are at a bar, you don't really hear the announcers much. The crowd know whatever it is. Does it really matter? Like, I don't even know who was on Thursday Night Football last year. I can't even name them.
Can't tell you.
So there you go. So like,
I didn't watch those games. At least they're better games now. Like the Amazon package is supposed to be a better game, so you're more likely to watch instead of the bullshit games we got at times. But also, like for you, Thursday at 5:00, that's a tough time. Great. You're living your life. I don't know.
Well, it's great. No, it's perfect time. We go to bed early, so
you do
5:00 game. It's great. I like it. I just don't know if it really matters that much. I don't know. I know Amazon has a shitload of money, and if they want them, they'll probably get them. So I'm all for it.
I agree with that.
What do you want to do? I have big
J-Dog takes on.
J-Dog takes on. Let's do that. All right, here we go.
J-Dog takes on.
He's back. You know what else is back?
What's back?
The Baja Mar. J-Dog takes on is brought to you by Baja Mar right now, exclusively with promo code get 3 nights for the price of 2 nights. That's right. You get a free night when you use the promo code to go to Baja Mar. So that'll be great. I hope everyone goes. Really great stuff there. Can't wait to go myself. Coming out of quarantine, it's going to be a great spot. J-Dog is taking on something that came up in the group thread this week, Mike, and I got to talk about it.
What happened?
Condiment is not a topping. And if you think it is, you're wrong, and I'm taking you on. Because if you're only going to get 4 condiments, you and other people, if you only get 4 condiments for the rest of your life on a sandwich or a burger, sauce is not one of them. What I'm saying is, if you get 4 toppings the rest of your life, condiments and sauces are not one of them.
Okay.
I missaid that a little bit.
So I
people are saying ketchup, sauces are a topping. They're not. A condiment is not a topping. You can have all that extra. When you go to a burger place, you order a burger, you get your 4 toppings, and then you get all the sauces you want on top of that. That's how it should work. If the burger place doesn't let you do that, it's a bad burger place, and we don't need to go there anymore.
But I guess when I read the thing on our thread, I thought it was more like, what are the 4 things you want on your sandwich? Like, give me your best 4 that you would have for life. And that's how I took it. I was like, this is what I want. Because you got to have, if you don't add the sauce, then are you saying, oh, it's wild card, put whatever sauce you want? I'm just trying to make the perfect burger. Like, here are my 4 things that I will add.
That might be a different question. That's not how it was posed to me. It was, what 4 toppings do you want? And I just feel like if you're going to call a sauce, a ketchup, or a mustard as one of your 4, there's not much going on in that burger. Say cheese is one of them. You only get 2 veggies. I want more than that. And a perfect burger is going to have more than that. And while we're here, a lot of people said ketchup as one of the 4 toppings. And to that, it's a double J-Dog takes on, because I'm going to take you on again. Because if ketchup is your thing, whether it's fries or burgers or hot dogs, that's fine. You're just wrong, because it's not the best thing for you. We're talking about aioli here. Ketchup is so universal, Mike, and I've said it before on this show. I swear I have. And I'll say it again. Ketchup is on every American restaurant table in this country. Any place that serves American food, ketchup is on the table when you walk in. Sometimes mayo. Neither one of those are any good. Aioli is so much better than anything else. It's got the spice. It's got the unique flavor. You can make all kinds of flavors out of it. It doesn't have to be universal. It can be garlic or spicy or chipotle or ranch. It could be anything. Why can't aioli be as universal as ketchup? And all of that is to say, I will get 4 toppings plus aioli on my burger.
And where is the last good burger you had? Because I was trying to think about it. I don't think I'm a big burger guy. I don't go out for burgers. Like,
I was telling you, in LA, like 8 years ago, was one of the best burgers I ever had, and we can't figure out where it was, but it was really good.
I have no idea.
I think Five Guys makes tremendous burgers and the best price point for burgers too.
Okay, well, Five Guys it is. I do like Shake Shack. Those burgers are great. Much better than In-N-Out.
They're a little greasy. Better than In-N-Out. Yes, In-N-Out. We'll take them on next week.
Yeah, not that great. Let's do some Big Dick Energy. If I have this, I swear I have this one somewhere.
Oh boy, he's got it. Trust him, folks.
Big Dick Energy, winner of the week.
All right, this is a big one for me. I'm coming out. I'm saying it. I'm giving the Big Dick Energy to your boy Dak right now. Your boy Dak. Your boy Dak just left Adidas and just went over to Jordan Brand. Exclusively the only NFL player, only QB to be Jordan Brand, and he's going to be wearing Jordan shoes, Jordan everything for his gear. I love it. I think it's a great move. So I'm giving it to Dak. He has the title.
Mike, is this sponsored content? Get the bug up here. You're wearing the Jordan shirt right now.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing the Jordan
logo
shirt.
On.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have a graphic that comes up on how to buy your own Jordan shoes. This is great. You know, I've been selling J-Dog Takes On for a while. So for you to sell Big Dick Energy is great, because I know it takes a lot for you to give Dak any credit. So only money could persuade you to crown him.
Obviously, I'm wearing a fresh Jordan Paris tee today. Obviously, a little sponsored content, but got to give it up to Dak. I think it was a good move. I think it's great because obviously he's not going to be in the NFL much longer because he's not that good. So I'm just good for him. Money grab. I like it. I'm all for it.
Adidas ain't it, right? We're kind of on board with that.
No, Adidas not it. I also have one other Big Dick Energy. I'm giving it to Jordan Love because I guess there was a tweet that said during practice he yelled Aaron who after completing an 80-yard pass in the air. So I'm on board with Jordan Love. I love the cockiness. I'm also giving him Big Dick Energy for the week.
I like the second part of that. I think it was like the media was trying to cover it up, you said.
Well,
you said that too, right?
No, I think it was just like a Jordan Love yelled Aaron who after completing a pass, and then ripped his shirt off in a fit of glory. Local media is trying to cover it. Yeah, they were trying to cover
it up. That part I like too. Like your local media in Green Bay, like take any opportunity for content and run with it that you can.
Yeah.
We're going to hear a lot about Jordan Love. Maybe some of these are going to be leaks from the Green Bay front office, making it seem like Love's playing great. We don't really know what to believe. Now the media is covering things up in Green Bay. We're not going to know any of these reports if they're accurate or not all summer long.
I really like it because I think he almost needs this attitude to take over at some point. Does this remind you of when Aaron Rodgers was taking over for Favre? Like, was there a beef?
Yeah.
Like, I knew they both kind of hated each other.
There was
like,
a lot of beef, but Favre always reported and Rodgers always reported like they were there and the beef was in front of us. This beef is more Rodgers not being there and doing it through social media. I guess it's very 2021 remote beef instead of the real thing.
Yeah, just tweeting about it, making comments on shows. I love the drama. I think this is great. And also my boy Russell Wilson came out this week and said all he wants to do is win. He never said he wanted to leave. So I just wanted to throw it out there. False news. We don't need that here with our boy Russell.
That was weird. We never knew what was going on there and we never really bought into it. It was also a weird list of teams, but his agent gave us those list of teams. So for Russell to say that, maybe get on board with your agent instead of asking for a trade all offseason and then being okay now.
Do you think it's like a mind game? Like, I want some more support here, so let's just cause a little drama in-house. Really, there's no drama. Let's just put this out here. Like, if I was traded, here's where I would go, kind of thing. Like, let's see what they do about it, and maybe they stack up. I mean, I know they were trying to get in with Julio, but I don't think they wanted to trade NFC.
I don't think they need Julio. They have receivers. I think it's offensive line, and we also played man. We played a lot of video games. You were Chris Carson for a day, and he was slow.
He's not good. Yeah, Chris Carson or Penny. Yeah, they definitely need a running back. Ever since Lynch went, no more.
That's true. Good. I bet Lynch is still better than those two other clowns. They need offensive line too. So I think Russell was just trying to stir the pot, knowing that he would be back, and maybe it was effective. I don't know that they added that much talent, but we'll see when the season starts. One thing I would say going back to the Packers is if Jordan Love is their quarterback this season, it's going to be a rough year for Green Bay.
Do you think it's going to be worse than Houston? Because I'm still betting Houston's the worst team in the league.
I'm betting the Jets are the worst team. So no one's worse than the Jets in my book. Houston, it's not going to be good either.
But they have nobody. I mean, they have 8 running backs.
They have Mark Ingram, your boy.
Yeah, I do love Mark Ingram. He's good.
They have a 35-year-old running backs, a bunch of them.
Yeah, they have a lot of guys that were injured and might be able to play a few games. So maybe that's why they have so many. I don't have anything else. You got anything else? It's Friday.
We're good. Let's go enjoy the weekend. We're in the desert next week. It'll be great. See you there.
We'll see you there. All right. Check out the sportshangover.com. Follow us on Instagram at Sports Hangover Podcast. And if we don't get some other reviews, hopefully we are back next